Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Live from Studio A, it's the In Wheel Time car talk show on iHeart Radio. Coming up, Jorge DeSanto with Kingdom Racing in Katy joins us. Plus, we have the events calendar and the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy along with King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin.
We do.
I'm Don Armstrong. Joining us here in the studio today is our chief engineer and bottle washer.
King bottle washer.
King bottle washer. That would be David Ainsley.
We are horrible people.
Huh?
We are horrible people.
Why? Why are you horrible?
We're not horrible.
Let's hear it.
No, just we tend to pick on people.
We do tend to pick on people and companies and anybody else that's
Thankfully,
vulnerable.
the woke don't follow us.
They don't. No, they don't like us.
Who cares?
We don't care. We do not care. Well, we do care about
Because we love everybody.
We do. We do care about Kingdom Racing and Jorge Del Santo, who's joining us now via Zoom. Is it Jorge or George?
It's George. Yeah, it's George on this side of the border.
Okay. Well, we have George written down here, and then somebody said on the dais here with me, oh, no, it's Jorge. Okay, well, whatever.
Welcome, George.
Welcome, George. You're talking to Donaldo, and thank you, and thank you for being with us.
All right. Well, great to be here. And greetings from the racing capital of the world, Indianapolis.
Oh, is that
Oh,
where you're?
wow.
Oh,
Awesome.
are you up there for the preparation for the Indy 500?
Well, absolutely. It's the month of May, and May means racing to so many people around the world. And this is the center of many eyes for the second half of May. We have today the Indianapolis Grand Prix, which will have Connor Daly is qualified fourth. He's in the number 20 Ed Carpenter Racing car, who we are affiliated with. And yesterday afternoon, our Indy Lights driver, Stingray Robb, an appropriate name for a race car driver, by the way.
Amen.
Stingray finished third in the Indy Lights race. And this was his first podium at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is a big deal.
Now, is this on the actual 2.5 mile circuit, or is this on the road course?
It's on the road course this weekend. And then on Sunday and Monday, they will convert and take out all the barriers for the road course, and they'll be on the big oval on starting Tuesday for the time trials. That'll last until Friday. Friday is Fast Friday. They'll have boost up. The turbos are increased by about 50 horsepower, which gives them about anywhere from 5 to 7 miles per hour speed. So we're looking at about 237, 200, approaching 240 miles an hour in their lap times by qualification Saturday, and pole day is Sunday.
And that is the top 10 advanced to pole day. Is that correct?
It's now that they expanded to top 12.
Okay. Because I know they've totally changed through the years the way all of the qualifying happens at Indy, and I think for the better, because they kind of spread it out over a couple of different days. Carburation day was always a joke all the way, into the 2000s, because they haven't had carburetors on them since the 70s.
I know, but it's a cool, nod
Nostalgic.
to the past. Yeah.
No. Carb day, which is the Friday of race weekend, is one of the most fun events as far as spectators can come and see, because they have the pit stop contests. They have rock bands. I mean, it's a huge party for the locals here in this part of, appropriately named Speedway, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out in droves, and it's great to be part and see the spectacle again in its full bloom after a couple of years that have been pretty depressing for everyone.
Well, I have to tell you that I've been once to the Indy 500 and thoroughly enjoyed it. And not only just the race, it is obviously a unique venue in the fact that the best that you can do is see 2 turns and a straightaway.
Depends on where you sit.
No, that's all you can see.
No, not really. I mean, we sat.
Really?
I've been a couple of times, and we sat high in turn 1, about the exit of turn 1, and you could literally see them coming out of 4, come all the way down the straight, go through 1 and 2, and head down the back straight. I was there for the Danny Sullivan spin and win.
Oh,
You were?
Yep,
yeah.
sitting
Well,
on
then
the
that
exit.
happened right in front of you.
Sitting
It
on the
happened
exit.
exit one.
Yeah,
But
you
we-
run right in front of you.
Yeah,
Turn one,
we
turn
were
one.
only about 8 or 9 rows down from the very top.
Well, of
And
course,
the-
that
and-
was Mr. Oldsmobile at the time.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that was
us
before-
regular folks. We don't get that. We get to sit down in the middle of the crowd, which is much more fun.
I bet you were there when it was all brick.
No, I'm not that old. But yeah, but I've been to the Indy 500 a couple of times. It's well worth the trip to go. It is. It's an awesome event at a
At least once in your life, you need to
spectacular
go.
facility.
Yeah, it truly is.
And there's a White Castle on the southwest corner of the track. We go to our food review again. Can you imagine having a White Castle just outside the Indy?
Yeah, but
Indy
I know,
track?
but
truck
for
out there.
1 month, yeah, it's all good. But the rest of the time, probably not so much. That road that goes right in front of the Indianapolis Speedway used to be, I don't know anymore, used to be a highway that went through Indianapolis that we actually took. My folks drove, obviously, back in the day, and we drove right past the Indy
Track.
Speedway. Yeah, I don't. Is it still a named highway there? Because
no, it's 16th Street is 4-lane. It goes all the way to downtown.
right.
The cross street with at turn 1 is Georgetown, which is well known. That road, they've closed it off and made it all pedestrians, thankfully, because it was just overrun by people anyway. Cars trying to go up and down, might as well.
And
Let me
it's
ask you this: is that motel that AJ Foyt used to stay in or off of one of the turns? Is it still there? That old, rundown, dilapidated hotel?
Well, no, they've renovated it. Well, there's 2 things. There are the suites that have been rebuilt on turn 2, where AJ Foyt does have a suite there, and it's fantastic because the cars come up on the banking, and it looks like they're going to come right through your screen into
But I'm talking about the old brick motel.
The Speedway Motel.
That's it, the Speedway
No,
Motel.
that was torn down. That was torn down. Oh, the stories that could have told.
Yeah, they want those stories to go away. The other thing I remember,
they bulldozed that and they salted the earth.
the other thing I remember is it's quite profitable for anybody who owns a house or some property around the Speedway because it's all parking. And the closer you get, the more expensive the parking is.
Sure, absolutely.
They turn their lawns into parking lots. Yes,
and make mortgage payments.
And so, how much is one of those prime parking spots in somebody's front yard?
Well, it depends. I mean, on how close they are to the track.
Right.
But, it might be as much as $100 a spot.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I mean, that's
I'd
prime.
pay $100.
I'd pay $100. Sure.
Otherwise,
absolutely.
you're walking 2 miles to get to the track, and
Actually,
that's the $25 parking space.
The time I went, they had a shuttle that went out of the old, wonderful train station. That I don't think that there were trains down there anymore, but it's an actual venue to go and see. I mean, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. And you took a bus, and the bus took you on a special route to get you. It was only for buses. That took you basically right in front of. I think it was like a block away from the front door of the track. Is that still in place there?
Not that I know of. No, not that I know of. Fortunately, we've come in. We usually to the track under the VIP when we're associated with the teams. We get a police escorted drive on race day morning, and come straight in. So it's it helps when you have inside connections.
Yeah, no doubt. No, they still have the parade in downtown Indianapolis on Saturday.
Yes, they do. I believe that this year, I haven't seen any announcements for it as of yet, but I would assume that it will resume again this year. the 500 Festival Parade.
That's it. And they had all the drivers and, special cars, and they were spaced throughout the parade, marching bands and all that.
And manufacturers who were had the pace cars would have the parade cars as well.
Yep.
And I know this year the pace car is the new Chevrolet 2023 Z06 Corvette, which probably means it's just going to be a Z06 Corvette without any modifications.
It doesn't need any.
Yeah, and Sarah Fisher's driving it, isn't she?
Correct. So
she's driving the pace car this year.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll
yes.
lead the field to the green flag.
And I would imagine the parade cars will be a collection of other Chevrolet vehicles, trucks, and stuff for everybody else, and they'll sell those parade cars, and those are quite collectible.
Sure.
In the car collection.
Oh, yeah.
So I missed something here. How many entries does Kingdom Racing have in this year's event?
This year we're affiliated with Ed Carpenter's number 20 car raced by Connor Daly.
Connor Daly, okay.
In the 500, and the Indy Lights are only going to be racing the road course this year.
Okay.
Is that something out of the ordinary?
Well, usually they have what's called the Freedom 100. It's a race that's held on Carb Day for the Indy Lights. And with Roger Penske buying the series and the league, he wants to have more entries on a bigger field for the Indy Lights race. He felt that, I think there's only 10, 12 cars, that wasn't enough to host an event. So he's put that on until the card count increases, that the Indy Lights Freedom 100 race is off the calendar. So, and, they continue to, they're trying to create a spectacle for people to come and stay. And, everyone really applauds what Roger's been doing since he bought the track a couple of years ago.
Reinvesting quite a bit of money into the facilities and infrastructure there. So on Indy 500, the 2.5 mile, it's not really an oval. It's kind of a square with round corners. What is the typical time around the track? What is a lap time?
Oh, it's 40 seconds.
Gosh, 2.5 miles.
If you're at 40 seconds, 39 seconds, I mean, that the entire field will qualify within 1 second of each other. So the difference between pole and 33rd might be just 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, could be a gust of wind at the wrong time.
Or the right time.
Have that, at the right time, have that big an impact on you.
Wind, track temperatures, cloud cover. You have some clouds that move in. Suddenly the track gets a little bit cooler and you get better grip. All of these really minute factors can influence these, these high speed ovals that, such as the super speedways.
And are they still doing the 4-lap average, which has kind of historically been Indy qualifying, is an average of 4 laps? I didn't know if they had made some changes to that recently or not.
No, it's the 4-lap average, and talk to any driver, they will tell you that that's the highest pressure 4 laps that they ever go through. And they are absolutely trimmed out. Trimmed out means as little aerodynamic downforce as possible on the car, because less downforce means greater speed. And so they trim these things back so it's on a razor sharp edge. It's much more difficult. This is Al Unser Sr., 4-time winner. He said 4 laps at Indy for qualifying is the hardest thing you do all month.
Wow.
It's much harder than the race itself.
Yeah, wow. Trying to set your place in the field of 33.
Yeah, when 33 cars are all going to qualify within a second and a half of each other.
Yeah, no, and it's really you can win from any position in the field, and it has been done as far back as I think 26th or 27th. The latest was Dan Weldon, and won the race. Started, I think, in 26th position 10 years ago, and he came through the entire field. We had our guy, Sage Karam. He started off in 24th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He started off in 31st, his first rookie Indy 500, and he finished 9th.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
he came
remarkable.
through the field. It was something beautiful to behold.
Do you know how many rookies are in the field this year?
I think just roughly 6, maybe 7
Wow, well, that's a lot, really.
total. So it's it's a good mix. It's a
And
good mix.
and there's still only Chevy and Honda power plants.
That is correct.
We need one more.
Absolutely. The series is in contact with a number of likely contenders to provide a third motor. And so that's actively being pursued. The car count is, unfortunately for the 500, there's exactly 33 entries. So the field will be comprised of those 33 cars. Usually you have excess of 33 trying to qualify, which makes it interesting.
And do you have any idea how many are signed up to qualify this year?
It's only 33.
No, to attempt qualifying.
Yes, only 33 entries.
And normally it would be more, but this year.
Oh, okay.
normally,
So everybody who's going to qualify is
be
going
in
to
the
make
heat,
the field. Okay.
Exactly.
Make the
So
show.
it's just the whole thing is if you can get pole, up up the field.
I would imagine that cost would have a lot to do with that. How much does it cost to field an Indy car, at least just for the Indy 500? You typically wouldn't have a car that would only be in one race. But how much does it cost to run a team, let's say for a year?
Yeah, the difference, in Indy 500 only, which we have done, is 1.6 million.
Okay.
And just for that one race.
Right. Well,
to run entire season, it's about 6.5 million.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And there's some similarities there to NHRA.
As far as costs.
Yeah, costs are concerned, because it costs a lot of money as you can imagine. I mean, yes, they're pretty much crate engines, but all of the other development and stuff that you have to do to be able to compete competitively with the others that are in the field, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And just the most minute changes make a world of difference. It's truly so. Have you gotten any word on whether or not that the Indy Racing League, whatever it's called today, that they are going to bring in electric component to the engines?
Well, you mentioned it early on. I mean, the cost factor imagine all of the owners were all committed to certain chassis and motors and designs, and to go electric is it's a high cost effort. So the short answer is yes. IndyCar is looking at electric, hybrid, really trying to keep up with the times as far as automobiles and high performance. But I think it'll be a slow rollout.
And they've got the E Series.
Yeah, the E Series, but also Formula One has had an electric hybrid component to their drivetrains as well.
There's an outfit.
So with how is Michael Andretti's play for an F1 team going to impact his Indy teams? Do you think it'll have any impact at all?
Oh, gosh, I really don't have any inside information to comment on it. I think other than Formula One is a completely different animal from IndyCar. As I said, to run one car for a season, a one-car team is maybe $6.5 million. To run a two-car Formula One team, you're looking at north of $200 million. $200 million, and that's being barely there. That would put you at the tail end of the field. If you're going to go up against the Mercedes and the other major
Ferraris,
teams, Red Bull,
McLarens,
Ferraris, McLarens, you're going to have to 400 million.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So if you'd like to see an in-wheel time racing team, send 400 million
Yes.
to.
Just touch the screen now and send your $5. Yes, we'll make it happen.
Yeah,
There
we'll
you
put a
go.
QR code up.
Now, George, are you a Acadian, a Houstonian? I see it. Kingdom Racing, Katy, Texas.
Yes. That's our home is in Houston, and that's where we founded Kingdom Racing in 2005. And we, so the heart of Kingdom Racing is there, but we have, our race shop is here in Indianapolis. And we have also a number of locations, where our Kingdom Racing directors and volunteers are placed throughout the country and in Florida, and on the West Coast.
Very, very good. And so when do you think you're going to make it back to Houston?
We'll be back after poll day
Okay.
on next Monday.
Very nice. Well, George,
Yeah.
we wish you the best of luck at the Indy 500 this year. We'll be pulling for you.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you very much.
And it's a real pleasure to talk to you. You've been very informative and just a super nice guy. We appreciate the time that you took with us this morning.
Well, I just encourage you, anyone listeners, to get on our website, kingdomracing.net, or our Instagram account. We're posting pictures daily, commentary, etc., and also pick up our book, Godspeed. And this book is a very actual tale of the Kingdom Racing story, how we were born and where we're at, where we're going.
Love it.
Perfect.
George, again, thanks so much and good luck, and we'll be keeping up with you.
All right. Godspeed, guys.
You too. All right. And we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to write us, just send us an email, shoot us an email anytime, info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for a couple of the stories making news headlines this week, automotive news. Toyota said Tuesday it would suspend operations on 14 lines at 8 domestic factories for up to 6 days this month due to the COVID lockdown in China. The duration is between, pardon me, I have a little frog, between May 16th and May 21st.
Ribbit.
The company said expanding the number of lines and factories affected by partial suspension to a total of 20 and 12 respectively. Wow. The partial suspension would affect output of 40,000 vehicles. Toyota's announcement's another example of automakers being forced to cut back production due to Shanghai's COVID lockdown. Tesla has halted most of its production at its Shanghai plant due to problems securing parts for its EVs.
There are people to work on them.
Shanghai is in its 6th week of an intensifying lockdown that has tested the manufacturer's ability to operate amid hard restrictions on the movement of people and materials.
Did you hear
they're all in jail?
Cadillac is going to release a V-Series Escalade?
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I can see what you're thinking.
Yes, it's an Escalade. Yes, you can. $150,000. It become the most expensive Cadillac, or about $46,000 more than the highest-priced 2022 Escalade trim, the Sport Premium. The Escalade V, the first-ever Cadillac V-Series SUV, will be built in small volumes. SUV packs a supercharged hand-built 6.2-liter V8 with a 10-speed automatic transmission, a combination that produced 682 horsepower, 653 pound-feet of torque.
Do you know how they do that? Within the EPA regulations, a manufacturer who has an engine transmission package that's already approved in another vehicle, they're allowed to build like 500 of them in a different chassis. So this engine transmission package that they're building, the 682 horsepower, is the engine out of the Z06 Corvette, not the C8, out of the Z06
21.
The 21, the C7.
Gotcha. Mercedes-Benz is virtually sold out of electric cars as tight supply chains make it tough for the automaker to keep up and with rising demand, according to the CEO. He said the customer response to the company's EQ family of electrified cars had been so tremendous. He says, quote, that we're doing everything we can to get the cars to the customers as fast as we can. He also said, teased details of a fully electrified platform for its high-performance AMG brand, which he said would be unveiled at a strategy update the company has scheduled for May the 19th.
They put a sales price on the 2023 Nissan Z. Do you have that story as well?
I don't.
So they listed the sales price of the new 2023 Nissan Z at $73,300, and it's going to be available around the middle of 2022.
All right.
And
Cool.
Not a bad price considering, Corvette's what, $69,995 for the base.
I'll take the base.
Something
C8,
like that,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll take the base.
So right in there in that same, and they are going to have a 6-speed manual available in that. It's going to be automatic or 6-speed manual. No charge for either one of them.
I'll take the automatic.
Nothing but the base.
Well, in Houston traffic, automatic
Well, not
makes
only that,
sense.
but the new automatic transmissions, they shift hard and quicker than you can shift it yourself.
The pre-orders for the Nissan Z, 70% of them are opting for the manual transmission.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it
Time-
CVT?
Time now for a quick break. We're right back, and you are on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on iHeart Radio. Stay with us.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting. Want to take a minute to tell you about Gulf Coast Auto Shield, a Houston detail company like no other. Gulf Coast Auto Shield offers paint correction services that'll give your car, truck, or SUV a like-new shine. Afterwards, you'll want to protect it with a professionally installed nano-ceramic coating or protection film. Worried about your very expensive windshield getting damaged, broken, or cracked? Let Gulf Coast Auto Shield install Exo Shield, a windshield protection film. Give John Gray a call today or check out their website, gcautoshield.com. Hey, whether you own a new, ultra-expensive, exotic, or a 5-year-old Suburban, Gulf Coast Auto Shield will help keep your investment looking like the day it rolled off the assembly line. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is conveniently located on the South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of I-69, the Southwest Freeway. Meet the staff and check out all of their services online right now at gcautoshield.com. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best car talk show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite car talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InWheelTimeCarTalk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.